Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Antz. And this movie came out in 1998, and it's a DreamWorks animated movie where they were figuring out 3D animation, and it was the movie they made before Shrek. And for those who don't know, Shrek came out in 2001. And I have seen this movie before, not in theaters, but I remember watching it when I was in first grade class or whatever. I forget why. I think it was just because we got to pick a movie, and that's the one we wound up going with. I don't even remember if that was a vote or something. I just know that I have seen this movie before. It didn't really stick with me very much for the most part. There were a couple moments that I remembered, but most of the movie was kind of just gone from my memory. So it was almost like experiencing a lot of these scenes for the first time. I thought this movie was pretty bad. I didn't like it. The supporting cast was decent, so not the worst casting choices. I like Gene Hackman. He's pretty good in this movie, and Christopher Walken was kind of entertaining. And they're not really the problem, the supporting cast, but unfortunately, the main character Z, voiced by Woody Allen, he was so annoying in this movie. I really could not stand his voice. I wanted him to stop talking. A lot of the comedy I just did not enjoy, even in the slightest. And the only moments where I kind of laughed was just like at visual gags. There was one visual gag that I thought was very funny, but that was about it. There were a couple likable side characters, I guess, that had barely any screen time. I did appreciate that this movie was trying to be edgy with there being three, I guess, considered to be swear words at the time. That was something that was like, okay, this is a bit different. But in terms of positives, that's about it. And if the characters weren't bad enough at them just being annoying, I also don't really like their designs. They all just look like wood, and I get it that this was in the time period before Shrek and very early 3D animation era. But at the same time, from memory, I think A Bug's Life looks better than this movie. And everything just looks colorless. And even the characters or moments where you do get some color, it just feels like you're looking at a computer, and there's just not much there. And the story for this movie is pretty basic, bland, and forgettable. I also didn't really enjoy much of anything that it had to offer in terms of presentation, like in terms of the cinematography or the music. It just didn't really do much for me, and I just found this movie to be incredibly forgettable, and it just didn't really offer much. I was just kind of bored. I didn't care about what was happening, and I'm happy that this movie was only 80 minutes long, but it honestly felt like it was 2 hours long based on the pacing and my tiny amount of investment, if I can even say that. Our two main leads had no chemistry at all, and I just never bought the romance in this movie, and Sharon Stone's mic was peaking. That was kind of bad, and I didn't expect that to happen, but it happened. And I know this movie and Bug's Life have been compared a lot, but I honestly think Bug's Life is better than this movie as far as a story goes, and just overall, basically. I don't think Bug's Life is great, but it has more to offer me, and this movie has literally nothing to offer me. I didn't like the characters. The supporting cast, I didn't mind, but Woody Allen, he was just so annoying. His voice, I just wanted to shut him up because I just couldn't stand him. There were lots of things in this movie that just didn't make any sense, and it's not just because it's a kid's movie, but just I just couldn't make sense of much of anything in this movie. And it was just a big waste of time that I wish I didn't watch. So skip this movie if you ever come across it. That would be my recommendation. I'm happy that I was able to watch it on 1.5 times speed because it was on Netflix, but it didn't make the overall experience of this movie any less painful. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Antz, a 3 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Antz, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Wild Robot. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.